Hi, everyone. My name is Anna. I am the creator and founder of Evolvv1111. Today, I want to talk to you about your self worth. I'm going to tell you a story about me. I once dated a man who treated me as secondhand. After the suicide death of the man I was in love with, this man came in and offered me love when I was feeling low and when I couldn't find my way. I was lost in grief with a broken heart when he found me. I gave this man my heart, but as my relationship with him continued, I learned some very valuable lessons. At first, the relationship was new and shiny. It was all I'd ever wanted. I knew this guy for most of my life and I trusted him. But it wasn't long and he became distant in what seemed like sporadic interest. He messaged me every day. He told me I was beautiful every single day, but his actions didn't meet his words. He made vague plans and sometimes didn't follow through. He requested I be silent in the relationship, and he spoke poorly of others while asking me to keep that information to myself. He gave me surface level engagement, making an excuse when he showed up late for my sister's wedding while I stood in the receiving line. He acted like he was vulnerable, but he lacked depth. He enjoyed my attention and admiration, but he never really invested in fulfilling the relationship that he first sought from me. Since he had reached out to me first, I felt like he wanted to be with me, but every honest conversation I tried to have with him ended up in an argument. I ended the relationship abruptly. His response, well, that's too bad. He gave me some story about possible marriage and continued to breadcrumb me for months. And when I heard he was with somebody else and asked him point blank, he lied until they got married. It was at that moment that I realized how foolish I had been. That every time I didn't speak up, though I felt like I should, every time I said it was fine, and every time I begged for those breadcrumbs, I'd convinced myself that that was a meal. It had been my own fault. I finally figured out that sometimes when someone breaks you, they're just being consistent with who they are, who they have always been. I had edited his story so that I could feel safe. That's on me. That's my accountability. It's not shame, just truth. It was me who kept offering discounts on my own worth, hoping that he would see my value. But there's light at the end of this story. I know now that love that demands your silence is just control dressed up in a craving, something he couldn't find in himself. It was never about me. It was his lack of peace that almost cost me my identity. I finally stopped blaming him for not choosing me and took responsibility for myself. I started asking myself why I kept choosing him who made me abandon myself in the process. Healing, it's not always heroic. Sometimes it's humbling. It's sitting with the fact that I was part of my own depletion, not because I was weak, but because I somehow thought that overgiving would finally make me enough. But it doesn't. It never has. It never will. I don't hate him. In the relationship, he did good things for me, though he never committed. I just finally loved me enough to stop repeating what had been unraveling me. So today I'm here to tell you that your true worth is not determined by your external achievements. It's not determined by your possessions or others' opinions of you. It's in your heart. It's in your own value as a human being. It's in your character and your capacity to unconditionally love the way that Jesus loves you. It's in recognizing and understanding in your own strength, accepting your imperfections as beauty, valuing yourself for who you are and not just what you do, regardless of your accomplishments. Every individual possesses inherent worth simply by being alive. It's in God's plan for all of us to have unconditional self love. Accepting yourself, flaws and all, is crucial to finding your divine plan. Self compassion allows you to build a strong foundation rooted in God and in unconditional love for yourself and others. Find love. Be love. Everyone deserves to live and be loved. Embrace your imperfections. Cultivate love and happiness within yourself. Find the essence of who you truly are, not who they want you to be. Because before you can fully love someone else, you have to love and accept yourself. Love is the answer. If this resonates with you, please visit my website at www.evolvv1111.org. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.